Today, we're going to look at all the Christmas layouts I've built over the past 25 years, including a preview of the one I built for this year. Okay, so we're going to start off 25 years ago. Just after I got out of grad school, I was in my apartment and I decided to buy a Christmas tree for the first time and build a layout around it. So these are just photos of old photos I had from back in the late 90s, and you can see here what I had built around the base of this tree. I had actually built the tree stand into this roughly 4x4 foot HO scale layout that I built, and overall I was really happy with it. I think it turned out really well. In fact, I'm really impressed with how the snow looked on this layout. You can see, even like the plow markings and everything from the snow and the snow drifts and the snow piles on the sides of the roads. Everything turned out really well. The problem is I don't remember how I did it. So anyway, that was the first Christmas tree layout I had built, and I used it for quite a few years until we had gotten a new Christmas tree. Now, several years ago, I built a small N-scale Christmas layout around a very small Christmas tree, and this was a video I had on YouTube several years ago, and you can see here how I basically took a small wooden base and some foam and built around this little small tree that was about 2.5 feet tall or so, and it turned out to be a really fun project. I ended up using spray foam for the scenery, smoothed that out, and then did kind of my usual scenery work on top of it. And so for the snow here, what I actually did, I believe, was after painting everything, sprinkling on hydrocal plaster, which I think worked out really well. That's something I kind of forgot about when I was building my layout this year in terms of how it looks like really very realistic snow cover. The hydrocal is nice and white, and it does make a nice powdery snow. But anyway, that was a fun, small layout project that didn't take very long to build, and I'll have a link to that video on how I built that down in the description. Now, this next layout wasn't really a Christmas layout per se, but I built it to where you could put another one of those small trees in the middle of it and then sprinkle some fake snow on there if you wanted a Christmas scene. This project I actually built for a school auction, so it was something that you could buy before Christmas and then, again, put some snow on there and make it a Christmas type layout. You can kind of see here at the end how I had that set up at the auction. Hey, are you or someone you know using an old beat up mint container for a wallet? Well, this holiday season it might be time to upgrade your game with one of these new wallets from Xter. Xter sent me a couple of their wallets to check out. This is a very thin one. It holds 6 cards. You can even get 7 in there in the pop-out interior area. Put your cash, receipts, whatever else you want underneath this RFID protecting plate, and have a very thin wallet that you can slide easily in your front pocket. My personal favorite is this leather-covered one. You still get the interior area where you can store 6 or 7 cards, plus a few more cards on the pockets on the inside and on the outside. Plus, you still get that band where you can put receipts or cash. It does still fold up nice and thin. In fact, it's actually a little bit thinner than the mint container I had been using. Xter also offers this card here that is powered by Chipola. This is a tracking card. You can put this in a pocket in your wallet and then use the Chipola app on your phone to track where your wallet is. So if you ever lose your wallet like I did at an airport last year, you can find out where it's at. And you can also just make your wallet sound a chime, so if you lose it in the cushions, you can find where it's at. So anyway, if you are looking to upgrade your wallet game this holiday season, check out the link in the description. If you use the code TRAINS, you can receive up to 55% off the price of one of these great new wallets. Now, my most recent small Christmas layout was this little tiny N-scale layout that I built on a serving tray. I had this video out a couple years ago, and this was something I built very rapidly just in the course of a couple days. I just took the Kata Unitrack, put it on a serving tray, used some of those pre-built woodland scenic structures, made a small town area, covered everything in snow, had a light up Christmas tree on there, and a very simple, very fast build that was just powered by some 9-volt batteries, and I used a trolley for the train. But this was a very fun little project, and something like this you could build, put it in the middle of a table as kind of like a centerpiece and put all your Christmas cookies or whatever else, snacks around it, that kind of thing. And it turned out really well, I think, and it was a fun, short project to do. Now for this year, I have a project that's about 3 by 5 feet in size, and I had purchased a Lionel Hogwarts Express train set, and so I decided to build a Christmas layout out of that. And so there's a nice clear opening in the middle where I can put the Christmas tree stand on top of. We're actually going to use Lego buildings for a Christmas village. I have all the snow built into the layout itself, and then I can attach all the trees. I have a lot of bases set up for the trees that I can kind of stick in there, and then some are just going to pop on top of the layout. But overall, I think it looks really nice. But this layout is extra special, and if you watch the video of how I built it, you can see why. Now, depending on the order that I upload these, that may have already come out last week or it's going to come out next week. But this layout is reversible, so while one side is a winter scene, the other side is a summer scene. And so you can pluck off all the trees from the winter side, flip the layout over, stick them in the holes on the summer side, and you pretty much have a ready to run summer scene layout as well. So since you probably don't want to keep the winter layout up all year, you can flip it over and then have a summer layout that you can keep up all year if you want to do so. So anyway, be sure to watch that video when it comes out for possibly some good ideas of how you can make a multi-purpose layout like this that can serve both use as a under the tree layout and a rest of the year layout as well. But anyway, that's a look at some of my Christmas layouts over the years. Hopefully it gave you some ideas, but that's all for now, and thanks for watching. Bye.